everyone. Open forum. Yes. I'm Dr. Mack. I'm the president of the Edgemont Women's Club. That's the vice president over there, Talisha Julian. And we want to have an open, transparent event today. So we have a yellow board and silver whiteboard. If people, and you guys in here, if you have a question for our leadership team over here, ask your question, come to the podium. It's going to be written on the yellow board so they can review it, and any of them can answer. If we can't answer today, we're going to do a follow-up responses for another time. So before we start, we're going to start on this end with you, Donna, and you're going to tell who you are and where you come from and what you're here for. We're going to go around.
All right. Close enough. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Donovan. I'm the Deputy Director of Parks and Community Services for City of Moreno Valley. And I'm here to answer any questions that I can.
I'm not sure my name is Donovan.
Michael Lloyd, Assistant City Manager for Development Services. I oversee public works as well as community development departments.
Baca Santa Cruz. I am the councilwoman for District 1, which includes the community of Edgemont.
I'm Ken Reichel, the city's chief of police.
That young man in the back right there.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Hibbler. We're in Valley Station over patrol operations and traffic.
Donovan Santa Cruz, I'm here on behalf of Supervisor Gutierrez. Hello everyone, Brittany Whitmore. I work for Riverside County Department of Public Health, the New Health Equity Outreach Team, and I am assigned to District 5.
Thank you. Or I can come to you when I need some resources for my breast cancer event?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, absolutely. She's here for that.
Okay.
Jasmine?
Hi, my name is Jasmine. I am the Executive Assistant to the Mayor and Council Office for the City of Moreno Valley.
Alvin Tony, I'm NID Housing Counseling Agency here in the city of Moreno Valley. We do pretty much all things housing.
Thank you.
Jim?
I'm Jim McLaughlin, and I work with Dr. Mary in regards to not only for nonprofit, but also assisting here today.
He's been the president of the board of directors for the National Alliance of Free Women since 2015 when we became a nonprofit here in Moreno Valley.
Right on.
Who's over there?
Okay, we go.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm Talisha Julian. I'm the former president of the Edgemont Women's Club. I am the current vice president, and I am also the women coordinator for the Edgemont Center. And that's this building right here.
Mr. Becker?
Mr. Beckett.
Huh?
You want to know who you
Introduce
are?
yourself?
I'm just Pete. I just lived here for a while.
How long? How long have you been in Edgemont?
I'd have to tell my age. I can tell you about this building.
Okay.
This building used to be at Midland School.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was one
building. That's how far I live.
This building used to be the mess hall
For the military, yeah.
for the military.
Yeah, it was military. All the windows were changed because they had them all cracked.
56
And if we didn't have this up there, we looked up at the roof.
Kyle, introduce yourself.
Good afternoon. Kyle Jackson of Frequency Solutions Pro Audio. I'm here running the sound today. Just like to let you know, as a technical director, we are recording. So if you guys are seated near a microphone or you have something to say, please come up to the microphone so that we can capture that audio as our recording. Thank you so much.
Sir, do we have a microphone that we can pass around as they introduce themselves?
Sorry that we don't have a microphone to pass around, but the microphones that are here at the podium, so if you guys are coming up to the podium to speak, that'd be great.
We're right here.
We are. He said, come up to the mic, please.
Oh, God.
So everywhere. He said it after we don't do it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Velma Jenkins, and I'm working the table for Dr. Mike.
Don't think you're saying double because you are. You really are.
Good morning. I'm Jelma Willis, and I'm a member of the Edgemont Women's Club.
Ms. Capelino?
Yes.
Real quick, I'm Donovan Saadiq, representing the Inland Empire Informer, the community advocate.
Laura Capelino. I just found out about this meeting a couple of days ago, so I'm also Mary's neighbor.
Are you a commissioner?
She will be.
I am a commissioner for Parks, Community Services, and Trails Committee.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna put my plug in this on one vacancy left on planning board, and I'm going.
Good morning, I'm Vicki Brown, and I've been a resident of Moreno Valley since 1988. So I just want to say I enjoy this city and looking forward to hearing everybody's answers.
My name is Stanley King. I'm the chair of the Moreno Valley Group of the Sierra Club.
Right on. Thank you.
Lindsay Robinson, 26-year resident, former arts commissioner, member of the Moreno Valley Wind Symphony, and a volunteer at the senior center, library, etc. Oh yeah, I am an adopted child.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Bernice Johnson, and I live here in Moreno Valley since '93. I was employed with the Moreno Valley Unified School District, and I worked this area for 19 years. So it's good coming back. I go to the fields and the houses in the back, meeting the families and the children to visit a home visitor. Also, I was retired out of Saadiq Elementary School, site supervisor there for state programs. And I live in the community, I shop in the community, I worship in the community at Crossroads Christian Church, and I am a concerned community. I get involved in the community. So, thank you.
Okay, thank you everybody for getting a little bio. I'm Mary McBean. I'm a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for 52 years. I just turned 74 in January. I've been living in Moreno Valley since 1990. I'm divorced. I have a son, he's 50. He's an educator. I'm a nurse educator. And I live in the community. I worship in the community. I'm a member of Crossroads Christian Church. I have a nonprofit organization, the National Alliance of Free Women and Men. That's one of my men over there. Two of my men over there. And also president of Edgemont. We're here today and we're hosting this event with Atlanta and you guys from city staff because we all have concerns about how the direction of the city is going. And we're hoping that with new leadership, things can take on a different avenue of travel, a smoother pathway. That's what we're looking for. And whatever we can do as a nonprofit in the community, I'm sure, we want to do that. We have about 4 or 5 events coming up in 2023. And so if we hear me call everybody, it will help. So we'll start with the first question. How about you have a question? Yeah.
No,
You're just observing?
I'm just watching what's going on because I've lived here all my life, so I just wanted to see what's going on.
Alan, do you have a question?
Well, I do have a concern.
Go to the microphone.
Yes, ma'am. Mine is pretty simple. I'm just always concerned about housing. I see a lot of, I counsel all across the Inland Empire, all the way up from Victorville all the way down to San Diego, with the double Zoom, obviously. But in Moreno Valley, we seem to have a lot of people that's in need of housing as well as, and they don't know what to do. If they're in trouble, they don't know where to go. If they're trying to purchase, they don't know where to go. So I was just wondering what the city's plan is in helping the people of Moreno Valley in the pursuit and of saving their homes.
So there's many layers to that question. There's multifamily housing. There's, well, we start at the bottom. There's basic needs housing. There's people who are living on the streets. There's people who are living in their cars. There's people who are the Moreno Valley Unified counts their unhoused students as people also sharing homes. So if they don't have their own single family living in a single family home, they're also considered technically by the state homeless. So what are we doing? Lots of things. From the very basic, we have a partnership with the Salvation Army, so rapid rehousing. We are also working with those who need, so this is for people who just need to get back on their feet. Something happened, they're just out and they need to be rehomed at this moment. So that's rapid rehousing. And then we also have some wraparound services. You may have seen, we have somebody who's very vocal and has been coming to the council meetings, and she's been sharing the services that that have been provided to her. The Salvation Army has motel vouchers. She currently has a voucher that she's searching for somebody to accept the voucher for her low-income housing. Now, there's also a shortage for that. So at the last council meeting, we just approved the second phasing of our low-income multifamily housing, which is on Indian and Cottonwood in District 1. So that second phase of that program is approved. So that'll start to be built. So those types of people who have voucher, have need low-income housing, those are, that's happening through, it's a slow process, but that's in the works. And in addition, we just did, what was the other one on the council, the HUD?
Right, so there's also an opportunity for rental assistance, for rental assistance. So, based upon the individual or family circumstances, if they meet certain criteria, then they would be eligible for that assistance as well.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
Going back to, not this last council meeting, but the one before, because I met the lady who was looking for somewhere to live.
Yes, sir.
So you guys have addressed her need, and that's great.
Yes.
So will she be going to a hotel?
So the county is working with her. They're going to have an update on, like, not her personal situation, but what.
So from my point of view, from the county on behalf of the supervisor, she's working closely with our health and human director, and so as of right now, she is working with all. And she, before when she came to the council, she did mention that she wasn't eligible for any of the programs, and now we've helped her reevaluate, or David Santan did help reevaluate the situation with other resource programs. And so she is qualified. There's only one that she is not qualified for, and it's because of the fact that she's working and makes too much but it's still below the poverty line. So it's that's the only hardship that she's experiencing right now. But the hotel vouchers only vouch for so long. So we are looking into housing and where we can house her. It's just that we have a housing shortage for those that do have the rental assistance. So as of right now, we are keeping in contact with her and trying to keep as much contact and trying to make sure that she doesn't go below where she is right now and just try to.
So do we know at this point right now where she's living with her children? Where was she at?
She's in a hotel right now with the voucher through the Salvation Army.
Okay, one last question.
Yes.
On Alessandro, there are several hotels.
Yes.
Are we utilizing those hotels for vouchers and rentals?
What's on Alessandro?
My understanding, and I apologize, I don't have specific locations, maybe Robert knows off the top of his head, but the locations are within the city. I just don't recall if they're on Alessandro.
Yes, just to touch base with Sarah, we had a conversation with Salvation Army, Captain King. She is housed in a hotel with dining set and a kitchen set.
That's awesome.
And the only issue that he has, and he reiterated to us, is she has to be moved within 20 days because of squatter rights. So we gave that information. She's accepting that information. She's going to be moved to an additional location with a dining set and a kitchen set. So she'll be provided food and normal situation. But yes, she's moving forward.
So these vouchers for the hotel room lasted 28 days, and you have to go to a different one?
Correct. And then the vouchers are utilized within the city boundaries, and yes, those locations, specific locations that Captain King said that they utilize them.
I get phone calls at my office asking me about resources. And I'm always saying, we'll call you in the Baca's office.
Okay, it's the Salvation Army. In fact, we just secured another $1 million for that rapid rehousing, as well as another $1 million for the homeless to work. So that provides a minimum wage job at an hourly rate. So maybe you're not in the position where you can do a 40-hour job, but you need money so that you can buy food so that you don't have to steal, which can end up in further problems. So those kinds of we just received another $1 million for that program as well. So people who are unhoused are at different levels. There's not one solution for everything, but we have a multifaceted response for it depending on where they are.
It's a good feeling to know that you guys did intervene and you made some preparations for her to get some accommodation. And that's what we're here for.
Yes.
To hear that you guys are doing that. And I'm very, very happy to hear that.
And although we're focusing on Ms. Lytle, this is happening for many people. She's just out front and willing to share her experience, but this is happening daily at the Salvation Army within the city. It's and not just today and yesterday. It's been happening. It's just that we do have more resources recently to do even more.
And one other question, this is off the house, and it has to do with electricity. Southern California Edison. I think I shared at the council meeting that my electricity bill was $1,000. Now I have income, but I don't qualify for help. So that's a hardship for people whose income put them above help, as well as people who have income to put them below help. So $1,000 for my Southern California Edison bill. What can we do?
Yes. Yes.
I have an idea about
That's Sacramento.
Yeah, so we're also going to add that to our follow-up. Yeah, that was our follow-up, Southern California Edison, and yeah, we're going to get.
And the gas bill too.
Yeah, the gas. Right. So we're not going to be able to answer every single question today, but we will write anything that we need to follow up and bring back. We have on a separate sheet, and we're also writing down information that we're giving so that there's notes from today's meeting. So if you want to take a picture of what we did discuss today, that's also on the left note. So we will be following up on bill increases for both the electricity and the gas. I did see a gas. There is some, but I know that you're talking about if you're over an income, but because there is grants right now to help subsidize for income qualified residents. So.
You have a question? Did you introduce yourself?
I can do so. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Matthew Chen. Today I am here as a representative of Congressman Mark Takano. I just want to step up and introduce myself because we did have a question about SoCal Gas, SoCal Edison, and I wanted to inform everyone. I apologize, Councilwoman.
Please.
Inform you guys that on Tuesday, this next Tuesday, we will be having a town hall for Congressman Takano with special guest Assembly member Sabrina Cervantes. If you wanted to come to that would be an appropriate event or venue to ask a state representative about these state-run programs. So I just wanted to give you guys that knowledge. I have a couple of flyers here for everyone. If you
We're going to put that on responses.
Yep, I'll put them here.
Congressional town hall.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Lindsay, you have a question? Oh,
Okay. Just to follow up real quick. Now, I hear that the Salvation Army is that our only single point of contact for housing? Because the reason why I'm asking, because I see hundreds of people every year. And so I know a little bit about Salvation Army. I send people over there as well as to the Mortgage Relief Fund and Catholic Charities and this, that, and the other. However, where the resources that I personally know about is very limited. And I also noticed that the Moreno Valley doesn't have seems to be one of the few cities, unlike Corona and some of the others, that actually give funding to counseling. Does all the money go to Salvation Army? Because I'm not sure if they provide counseling at all, as far as real counseling. I don't know.
So I don't have any specific details, so this is something we can definitely follow up with you, sir. But through the city's Community Development Block Grant Program, which is federal funding, often referred to as CDBG, we do provide funds to various community-based organizations, which would include the counseling that you're referring to. So that's something definitely we can follow up, provide information in terms of what those services are, as well as the relationships that the Salvation Army has with the other community-based organizations. So Salvation Army seems to be in a position where they're in front, but they've got these other relationships with the other community-based organizations. So if it's not a service that they specifically provide, through those partnerships, they can reach out and provide those services as well. So that we can definitely follow up on the specifics in terms of what those relationships are and those services.
Lindsay has a question. Then I have